Okay, so you're looking out over this machine now. You've broken through to reality, I suppose. Yeah, the nice Greek-style city that you'd found yourself in has disappeared, and you're in this pretty much empty world. I think last game you worked out that this was some kind of transmitter. You've smashed it now, I believe, but it was a transmitter with a signal being generated in one direction and being sent in another direction. So the question is, do you head in the direction of where the message is being generated or where the message is being sent to?
That's a very good question. I mean, we're not ready to face the machine yet because we're not yet human. So if we go to where it's being sent from, we're going to end up kind of back like we were. Sorry, but I thought I sensed the GM was about to say something that may have a bearing.
No, I was going to sort of just recount what your mission was and what stage you were at, but I think you.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, so just you remember you've got the head of what was
We've got Michael.
Yeah, we need to get Michael's soul into a body, and when there's 4 of us, we can defeat the creator.
And well, maybe the place where it's being sent is where we can do some good. Well, or just do what we normally do, which is controversial.
So, where is it being generated from? On this planet, I assume.
Yeah, you get the impression that this is just a sort of a terrestrial network, as it were, and yeah, you're probably not too far from, either way. I guess some intelligence and investigate roles or computer, occult, that sort of thing to get an idea.
Oh, shit, yeah, this sounds like my time to shine. Right, who wants to do G5, you're the master of investigation.
I am.
I'm the occult master. S1, do you want to throw an academic point of view on this, man?
I can do a bit of a one time.
Yeah, what have you got in the way of mental skills? Is it just academics? Or... You've got all your wits, haven't you?
It's always an interesting question, man.
If I can use wits, I'm doing really well.
Yeah, I've got 3 in investigation. I've got lots of wits, but not much intelligence. But
I can have a pretty good one time. So wits and investigation, I can give a pretty decent one time.
Yeah, go on then.
Right.
So if you give that to S2 and then S2 gives it to G5.
Okay, so one time.
Let's see how well, yeah.
One time.
Well, it's every little helps, as they say.
Okay, so
yeah.
Who's next then? I've got 7 for occult and intelligence.
Well, have you got some kind of thing, G5? Some investigations?
Yes, I've got reroll 9s, I think, if I remember correctly. Is that right? Is that what I've got? I think
quite possibly, yeah. So yeah, S2, if you want to help with your intelligence and
I'm going to send that help now.
Sweet.
4 times.
Oh, and plus the 1 from S1.
Yeah, so that's 5. Yeah.
5 times.
Right.
Right. GM.
Better off with your roll.
I as of just at the start of the game, I'm just spending a bit of my experience.
Yeah, go on
then. Just pumping up my athletics score.
You've seen something in the distance. You're just readying yourself.
Well, also because of my new alembic athletic grace.
All right.
Oh, I've not wrote down my permanent ones, but basically three. That was it. 3 dexterity successes is an exceptional.
Right.
That's permanent. That's one of my permanent ones.
Cool.
Right.
And I need to go back and check the other one.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, while we're talking about rolls, just be aware that if it pops up saying you've got a wound penalty, ignore it, because as we've discovered,
well, if we click our health into the wound penalty box, well, what we can do is just put a modifier in against it.
Yeah. Right, so you've got some success. You've all, got a rough idea. So, this looks like it's not like the main network. This is just a kind of a small network. So you reckon this message is probably only being sent, like, within, an island the size of Britain. You know what I mean? So it's maybe 100 miles at most in either direction to reach your destination. So, in theory, you could walk it. I mean, you guys don't get tired or hungry, so you could walk. It's walking distance, but it's a long way, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this isn't like the galactic center of messages. And what you do see after a bit is that these start to, as you've seen before, try and repair themselves, and there's sort of little sprays of nanites coming out. And you reckon within a bit this is going to have repaired itself. Maybe an hour or so, it'll, self-repaired. But yeah, you've got ahead of the guy that was your brother. You need to sort of repair that body, which if you try it here, it doesn't work. It's not the right kind of nanites, if you know what I mean. You need to find somewhere where these specifically robots are being built. And then you need to find somewhere you can do a kind of alchemical ritual, somewhere like, one of the Zodiac Knights temples.
That's one of my specialties, alchemy. Please,
right.
If I don't remember, I'm putting it out there.
Fair enough. So you need to find that to sort of get Michael's soul back in. And you need to also incorporate his karate belt that you've got. That is his sort of the piece of him, a bit like the weird science.
The Barbie doll.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of the Barbie doll. So you get Michael's soul out of the underworld where he's currently waiting for you on an endless corridor of storerooms. Then, like you say, once all 4 of you are together, you can try and beat the machine. And if it works, in theory, you'll become humans. Back to the present situation. You've got heading in the direction of where the message is coming from or where it's going to. I think US.
Yeah, where it's going to. That's my vote.
Yeah, are you all in agreement with that?
Where it's going to, is that where we're going? Yeah,
I think so. What did our investigation role reveal there?
About what this sort of network was. Like I say, it's a sort of localized subsection of it.
Right. Cool. Let's head off in the direction of where it's going.
Oh, God.
Well, you march for what seems like, a couple of days. You don't really see anything. It's all pretty much level stone floors with all this sort of network of wires over it. And in the sky is a very, very small, dim star that orbits approximately once every 24 hours, or you orbit it, depending on. Actually, no, what the hell am I talking about? It doesn't move. It stays at 12 noon constantly. And 2 days pass, and then you start to see in the distance these things that look like trees, maybe sort of tall pine trees. There's some kind of forest coming up. And as you get closer, you see they're not trees.
Oh Jesus, no!
They're sort of these strange pillars with what look like human beings in them.
How would we have mistook that for trees? Oh right, sorry, yeah, no, I can see the trunk, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
like pine
Like
trees.
leaves. Yeah.
And they're planted like pine forest, in perfect rows. Hundreds of them.
My bad, GM. Yeah, no, the image is crystal clear.
Well, that's a bit creepy, isn't it?
Yeah. It's. I mean, are they all very camp?
They're kind of camp, yeah. They've been.
What I'm kind of concerned by is they've all had their head bound in a certain way to ensure that they grow square.
Yeah, well, you reckon that might be a fault of this one. The others aren't too. I mean, you got to really worry about the ones that have no limbs back here. I mean, obviously the nutrient bath isn't quite as.
Yeah, there's
rich.
a few of them that seem to have a problem with their left feet.
Yeah.
I just thought they were like sperm ones.
There's a lot of problems with what's happening here.
Some people trees are growing better than others, man. Some trees grow better than others.
This one in the foreground has got a face like Marvin the Paranoid Android from the original His Guide.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like less ripe berries in the background, while this guy here in front of us here looks like a ripened fruit.
Well, you do see, there are ones at different stages of development. They look a bit like, of the Eighth Day with the cloning film with Arnie.
One of the greatest, yeah.
The human blanks that they had at the end, where they just take out, sort of this sort of like albino mannequin human. They look kind of like them, a bit featureless.
Generic man.
You also know this isn't a glass tube. This is like this sort of weird kind of ultra viscous liquid that they're suspended in. Like you imagine like a raindrop, but increased in size. So it's the surface tension of the liquid that's keeping them in place.
So we could just touch it and it will like ripple.
Yeah.
Can we harvest one?
In theory, you could. Do you want to?
Let's harvest this guy and see what happens.
Who's got farming?
Well, I'm going to say before we do, I've got one of my powers that I've just got is I can sense any source of pyros in the vicinity.
Sense that pyros, man. Pyros, remember, man. That's the correct Greek pronunciation.
Are these things a source of pyros?
They're not. No. No more than humans are. But yeah, there's no pyros around apart from you guys.
I'm not going to be as brave as I'm talking in like the moment, man, because my health is.
I was just thinking that. Actually. We've just walked for 2 days.
You have. So what sort of health?
I had 2 aggravated and 1 lethal.
Right, the lethal will have gone. The 2 aggravated is possibly still going to be around. Because it's like a week or so, isn't it? That it takes
a long time. I don't seem to have any damage. Does that seem plausible?
I've got no damage, but I don't think me and you got aggravated in the previous fight.
Right.
Oh, I provoked aggravation, man. There was mistakes were made, lessons were learned, man.
Something to do with your defense.
You will have got 3 pyros back for the walk and 1 willpower back for starting the game.
Jesus, I'm still pretty fucking dry on willpower. Has anyone been empathizing? Does anyone want to feel my pain at not having much willpower so I can get another one back?
Are you inspired by his lack of willpower, G5?
Right, so I've got a bit of a dodgy fucking like arm or something, man, for my aggravated damage. You can see I'm still carrying something. Or like there's a big hole in my body somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was your shoulder that we got worried by a ram wolf.
Yeah, you got a withered arm, man.
Yeah, but with nanites working at a very slow pace.
How much Pyros did we just get back, sorry?
3.
Tar.
Right, so are you wanting to plunge your hands into the birthing fluid and pull this guy out?
Yeah.
We'll
call him Adam.
Right, you yank him out, and he sort of, as he gets pulled out, he collapses to the floor, and the sort of bulb of liquid just pours down, and he lies there, and he's sort of very slowly writhing around, gasping, as if he's having trouble breathing. And he,
oh God!
I've got medicine. Can I put them intelligence? Can I do an intelligence and medicine roll to see what needs to happen to this man?
Yeah.
I just watch him as he suffers.
You realise that he's probably never used his lungs before, so they won't be properly developed.
So a bit of a rub on his chest. Give him the idea of what to do.
Just hold him up by his feet and give him a slap.
You reckon this might not be enough, but you can try it. Give us a dexterity and medicine.
Dexterity and medicine, right?
You get 3 success. Well, let's see. Oh, yeah.
Remember, if I get 3 dexterity successes, on this, and I'm going to put my uncanny dexterity in,
right.
So I'm going to get a 9 again on this roll, and I can spend a Pyros to re-roll it as well.
Right.
And so, yeah. But considering I'm only getting really 3 dice on this, right, I'm going to spend a Pyros to re-roll that. And maybe this time put in my last point, the point of willpower I've just received back. This guy's got to live.
Your dex is 2. You're stiff limbs, man.
I know, but I've just put all the points into athletics, and that's fucking just boosted my defense to fuck. So,
well, if he attacks you when he comes to, then you'll be.
Can anyone give me a one-time here, man?
What were you trying to do here?
No, I'm rubbing this guy's chest, man. But I seem to be rubbing his stomach.
What do you want, like medicine?
Medicine or science?
I've got a bit of science.
Yeah, science.
So I've got 3 in science more than medicine. But...
Bit of intelligence and science.
Yeah, give me a one-time here, guy.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
Oh, there you go. I'll take a couple of times.
Cheers, man. Right, and that goes that willpower. Boom. Right, that's an exceptional.
Right, yeah, you do. You finally kind of sort of a combination of massaging his chest and pressing on his heart. He starts to, his breath starts to become a bit more regular, and he sort of rolls into the fetal position.
Right.
But yeah, he looks.
I give my little spoon in, man.
Spoon.
Just
yeah,
man.
Do you think he's going to die?
Well, give us some intelligence and.
He's recovering, man. Intelligence and medicine. This could be where I understand what's going on.
You reckon there's a good chance he will die? You're going to have to look after him. He's spent his adult life. You reckon he must be maybe 20 or something? Just from look. I suppose it's hard to tell. But either way, he spent his up to adulthood in this fluid bath.
Oh dear God!
As you look at him, you do see the shape of his head, the color of his skin, his deformed feet. They do all indicate someone that's not. He was born in this sort of thing, and as I say, you can see trees with everything from newborn babies. But he's never opened his eyes. He's never walked on his legs.
Oh,
he's only just started breathing air, you know.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What have we got here? This is worse than a Tamagotchi.
Yeah, no, we've fucked this right up.
He's shivering.
I'm spooning him. I'm spooning him.
Yeah, no, he was until you spooned him. But yeah, you realise now, because obviously it doesn't matter to you that it's actually...
There might be people outside.
You might have to spark up the lights.
Get the wrong idea.
I'm spooning him.
We might have to finish him, man.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's the only decent...
Give him a last willpower to say it's useless fuckers. And you're going to lance him.
It's all we can do. It's the only honourable, decent thing to do.
Well, if you allow me to do the honours, I can get some gyrus out of him and possibly Pyros and distribute him to the group.
Oh, well, if that helps, man, I'm here to help, man. You know.
Yeah, get it done, G5. I'm encouraging G5 to do this. They will get a willpower if he agrees.
Have you still got that?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Finish him.
I empathise with this creature and I hold him up. I hold him up for G5 to kill. You know, like so he doesn't
sort of cradle his head.
I cradle his head and make it easy for everybody.
Adam, I'm sorry.
I've reached my milestone.
As he did it, his eyes creak open for the first time. Put your hand on it.
That's...
Oh, God.
What is that taken from him?
Is that 3? Is it 1 per success?
I think so.
He doesn't look well after that. He's obviously not got much health. But you've got yourself 3 Pyros.
Well, so I can distribute the points.
Maybe we should keep that.
So,
you know,
how is everyone's Pyros pools looking?
Oh, very low, man. Very low.
Yeah, low, man. I've just been spending.
Topping up.
Well, I mean, I've just spent 3 Pyros to get that. Well, I'll tell you what. Since you're all take one each, and I'll take the third.
Oh, you're very pious. Right. So I've got a bit of a theory here.
He's not dead, by the way. He's been drained out of he's sort of grabbing at your hand and your lapels, G5, or where your lapels would be.
All right, he's getting a bit more useful now. Looking now, man. Now he's under threat.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this is the way to do it. Is to give him something to fight for. Are you finishing him?
Who wants to do the honours?
Should I just give him a jolt?
Yeah.
No, it's just wasting the Pyros. Lightsaber, that's one.
Yeah, fair enough.
You just lightsaber him in there.
I'd take it he's got no defense.
No.
Okay.
I put my hand over his eyes.
I apologise.
He tries very weakly to slap your hands out of the way.
I'll just tell him it's for the best.
Goodbye, my friend.
Yeah.
5.
Well, that switches him off. You've got this sort of slimy human body, completely hairless, as you can imagine.
Oh.
Skin a sort of very greyish tint of pink.
Waffle grey.
Okay,
yeah.
So I think what we should try and attempt to do here is my utopian idea. I think this is best case scenario. Is we should try and find a way to free the fetoids because they can grow into normal humans. The adult humans should stay in that bubble. But perhaps if we can end up taking control of this god machine and doing something about it, we could let these humans that are adults help guide the younger ones. You know, you could have a bit of a mix of the Matrix and the real living side by side.
Sort of like Samaritas.
Hang on, are you saying we should free the fetuses? I mean, they're just going to die even quicker, surely.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, what I'm saying is we should find a way of freeing the fetuses because they can survive. So maybe we contact some of our alien friends later on and get some nutrient baths or milk or some sort of
free the feti.
Because the feti have got a chance of actually growing up.
Are we setting ourselves a target
outside of the Matrix? But the ones in the Matrix have still got wisdom and experience that they can pass on to the feti. Because I don't think we should leave the feti in here. If we can get, if we could get other alien species to come and help look after them and do something decent. I wouldn't trust them guys that sell Schlurm or whatever, them green-skinned dudes that was fired into the vacuum of space. But the Kulakini, is it the Kulakini?
That's Nick Howe's race, yeah.
They'd look after them, I reckon. The Kulakini don't seem like the worst people in the galaxy. I'm just throwing it out there, I'm up for...
Yeah, nice. So is that sort of more plans for the future, or are you going to try and save someone now?
I don't think we should tamper with any of these chambers anymore now. It seems a bit...
Fair enough.
We're just condemning them all to death, aren't we, if we open them? I mean, that's...
Seems to be what we're doing.
One way of dealing with things, but...
Yeah, I mean, you did... there is a chance that you could keep them alive, but yeah, it would be difficult. So you probably would need some more help. What are you guys wanting to do then? Are you wanting to search this area anymore? Or do you want to try and figure out how you would go about saving people? Or?
Well, that guy that we just let out there, was he the most developed
a reasonable
being?
Not the most. There's like there are old people. In fact, there's ones that as you look around, up to about 80. Really sort of wrinkled, withered ones.
Should we open a withered one? And then assess it. Just to see whether this theory of them actually being useful enough to teach the rest.
I think that they need to teach the rest from within the Matrix.
Oh, from within. Oh, right, okay, right. So you think we should take over the Matrix, basically?
Yeah.
Right. Sorry,
free the younger ones, but keep the older ones because they have got a life. We've learned our mistake from Adam, and we'll remember him in the literature that we write.
What are you doing with his body? Are you conducting any more? I mean, not that you
experiment.
Yeah, experiments. Sort of an autopsy.
I've got my intelligence and science. I don't see why I can't have a bit of a butcher's, and I've got medicine as well. I've got a point in medicine, so it all makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I don't want to push you in a direction, but do you want to do an autopsy on him? Do you learn a bit more about him?
Yeah.
So there's an intelligence and science on how to do the autopsy, and then what do you reckon, a dexterity and medical to do it?
Yeah. And if anyone's got any help to offer that?
Yeah, I need help on this one. I'm putting the 2 pyros in for 9 against. And I can always re-roll it as well.
I can't help.
I don't know what help you can give me. It's not like he's holding down.
No, I can't help you.
Well, actually, I suppose what you do really, you are going to need some sort of sharp implements like scalpels and that. So you at S1, you could maybe use your wits to fashion some crude surgical tools, a bone saw and that. I mean, these things are, they're made out of metal, so you could, pull off a piece of paneling and...
Yeah, I've got wits and crafts.
Yeah, craft some surgical tools.
Right, I'll make you,
I need to be able to enter this man with a saw.
Geez.
Fantastic.
Right,
a crude saw.
You've got a bone saw and a scalpel, or at least bits of metal that would approximate these things.
Fantastic. I still don't think I'm going to succeed here. G5. Is there anything else you can do?
What is it you want me to do?
Help.
Helping
someone with autopsy.
Survival
or something like that.
Survival. Let's see.
Are you a survivor? In the same way I am. 2 points.
I've got 1 survival.
And intelligence, maybe. Oh, wits.
Bit of wits and survival.
Yeah, that's
good, GM.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's helping. Maybe flashing a light.
Well, I suppose, it's helping you. Where to go. The like cutting up an animal, I suppose, that you've hunted. You can think, right, if you go in here, this is how the best way to get to the inlet and that. So
shine a laser point on where I'm cutting.
It's a success.
Right. Get +2 from them. The help.
That's potentially going to be all right with 9 again. Right, that's an exceptional success because this is a dexterity roll.
Oh, you do, yeah. You open them up like it's a scientific lecture. The human body. You even get into his skull and look at his brain and see how it doesn't look like what you think a human brain would look like. It's sort of pretty much smooth.
There's smooth brain, man.
Yeah, and clearly, well, I suppose not clearly, but from what you've got, all the sort of the inputs and that have been broadcast directly into his brain, sort of wirelessly, rather than him, getting any actual sensory inputs. So if it wasn't clear before, he's been in the Matrix being told, going on. And
this could be what's it, Samaritus?
It could be.
I'm sorry, Samaritus.
Well, yeah, it could have been Samaritus, I suppose.
Could be his brother.
But also, you realise that his brain's also been being used, almost like a sort of Bitcoin miner, for other things, so that these humans have been used as part of the computer itself, to sort of, I say Bitcoin miners, but a bit like, like you were saying, the computers, I can't remember what it was now, G5. You were telling me about them, that you load up some sort of, like NASA or somewhere, and when you switch your computer off, they're sort of using it to crunch the numbers because they're all so big. A bit like that. So that they've got the matrix going on in the foreground, and the rest of the brain that should be coordinating the body and all that is being used to.
It was for the SETI program, man. The SETI program was asking.
And like protein folding, isn't there? That sort of stuff.
One sec.
That was the phrase I was looking for. Yeah, protein. So that's it. So the God machine is basically using the human brains for extra RAM, as it were.
Fair enough.
What I just said on the recording. Just so the propeller heads know that I live at home.
No.
That's what they want to know, man. The lore of the players, man.
That one step closer to your back garden at night.
The one pressed up with his palms against your window this time tomorrow.
The thronging crowds going through your bins.
We want to be like S2. We want We want to use buzz-off spray as well. Which, in fact, is something I will be using in a bit.
Right, so yeah, you've got this dissected human blank in front of you. That's being used in the computer. So that's what all these other humans are being used for as part of the computer network. Yeah. And yet there are people of all ages here, you know, sort of split into different trees. And you've been here a while. After a bit, you see one of the trees that has, you know, old people on, you know, the oldest people you've seen. After a bit, it's sort of the tree goes down into the ground. You hear a lot of sort of mechanical noises and that sort of thing. And then about half an hour later, it pops back up, and now it's got brand new newborn babies in it. So you've seen the sort of the life cycle, and like I said, there's hundreds of these things around, you know, possibly even thousands if you keep going. But,
So, you know, with Samaritas 2, it wasn't the worst thing we've done there. It was just, you know what I mean, anyone who'd have come across these things would have done that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. No.
But anyway, what are you two guys' milestones so I can offer your counsel?
Well, I've got to watch something die, which I just did. No, actually, I don't know. I've got to watch someone die that I was in a relationship with, which I wouldn't exactly say.
I know I was more in a relationship with him than you.
Yeah, you were courting at best, G5. I'm afraid. He did call you a friend, though. Before you murdered him, he
reached out and held your lapels. Relationships can be very brief and passionate.
Yeah.
G5's very jealous, man. He saw me spooning him and just had to kill him.
I think as a soldier, I'm going to have to fight for these people.
S1, what are you trying to do? Is that your milestone, to fight for their people?
I think so, yeah. I think I would take up the mantle and fight to free these people.
Well, I'll try and help you with that, man.
Against the great enemy.
All right, well, on that now, give us all wits and composure rolls.
The old standard somehow.
Distracted by the dead body in front of you.
Oh, what was that? Sorry.
Wits and composure.
Oops.
I'm always sharp, man.
Oh shit! I just realised I was doing.
I'm pretty cool about it.
You're sharper.
What are you? Sharp G5?
Yes, I will be. I've just realised what I was doing something wrong before, but never mind. I'm quite sure.
G sharp, man. He is G sharp.
Yeah, you're all quite on the ball at the moment. You hear a kind of a splashing noise coming from somewhere, you know, in the forest of humans, and a kind of a thud, and then another splash and a bit of commotion like this. Something going on. You reckon it's coming, like I say, through, but only a few hundred yards away from you, but you can't see because of the way the trees are. But you could walk and have a look. Or you could stealth and have a look.
I'm not a stealthy person.
Is anyone sneaking up, or are you just going to bowl in and confront them?
Don't think I've got any.
Sorry, I'm quite stealthy, but
I'm not bad at stealth.
Just,
I'm happy to sneak. What's yours, G5? What's the?
Can I? Sorry, I'm just.
I've got 5 dice of stealth.
That's a lot of stealth. That's incredibly stealthy. What are you talking about?
No, I mean with dexterity.
Oh right. Yeah, so have I. But
I'll come along behind.
Well, no, I've got shadowing specialization. It's not really a.
Well, I reckon only one of us stealthing in would be the wisest move, because otherwise we can cock up. So I'm happy to let you go.
I've got, well, haven't I got? I've got bonuses because of my size, haven't I? Can't remember what said bonuses are now.
I can't remember, but either.
I'll find out very quickly. Because of my small frame. Small frame. It's exciting times. Come on. Yeah, it's not actually. It's not finding it.
Is it from the normal book or the Promethean book?
Well, I thought it was from the normal book, but it's not finding it.
Oh, you're like a halfling, aren't you?
Yes.
Just a bit. Sure. What would it be? It's not.
What are you asking for? Because I'm a halfling in real life. I might actually be able to tell you.
Yeah, do you get a bonus too? Small framed.
I get a bonus on stealth. I can move around the house like a fucking ninja.
All right.
I walk on the tip. I walk on my tiptoes.
That's
like
why
why not, man? I think you're giving away more of your lore as to
I know, man. I know.
Writing it all down.
Expect a face reveal soon, man.
Yeah.
Right. So he gains +2 to any rolls to hide or go unnoticed.
All right. This would be such a roll.
Awesome. Right, I'll do that then. And it is a dexterity and stealth. Let's stealth up on this thing. Find out what's going on.
Little G5
unit. Right. Yeah, you're like a whisper in the wind. You go around the corner, you can see there's a group of maybe half a dozen humanoids dressed in sort of rag clothing. The face is covered, the hands covered. One of them's got like a big long pole, and these twatting some of these bodies and knocking them out of their liquid. And the others are just sort of standing around, strangling them and stabbing them. And
what the fuck is wrong with these sick people?
I mean, we'd never do such a thing.
We only do it to one.
Should we just say, hey mate, there's an easier way?
Yeah, guys, they've got smooth brains.
Did you call out for them?
No. Do you want to come back and report, or do you want to send us a message?
Yeah, no, I'll come back and report. Yeah, I'll come back and report what I've seen. Whole group of them. Roughly how many?
About 6.
Okay.
They're going to have to go down.
Yeah.
These are the rebels, man. These are the people we need to be working with.
Well, I think you might be right, actually. Yeah.
The sand people.
And then we'll deal with them if they're just weird sadists. Because what if they're just like faceless monsters with red eyes?
What, like the sand people?
Yeah, that's going to change the way we want to deal with them.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, that's what you say.
What did he say about the sand people, man?
Stupid and aggressive.
Yeah, and they'll come back in larger numbers.
Yeah, easily startled.
Easily startled, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to go on that premise. This is obviously when I saw Star Wars and that Tilly on B.
Yeah. So what I do, sorry, are you leaving him to it or going to?
Should we encircle them?
Yeah. Encircle them and make demands.
So you two being stealthy can go around the back of them, and then when you give me the signal through the headset, I can just come bumbling forward.
Sounds good.
Right, yeah. Yeah, do you want to give us a stealth roll, S1? See how stealthy you are.
Yeah, it's time. Slide by the people.
I'll say yours is quite good, G5, so you don't need to roll it again. So yeah, you get round in. I mean, to be honest, it's more of a triangle than a circle, but you are, encapsulating them, as it were. And yeah, when you're ready, you give the signal to my guy. You can go bumbling. You see it. You see them now, and they've knocked down about 3 people, about the same age as your guy, early adulthood, and they're cutting him up. See, one of them's biting him. They look like they're eating them.
Oh, have I still got the smooth brain?
Have you? What, the one that you dug out the thing, or?
Yeah.
You can do if you want to pluck it out of his head and take it with you.
Yeah. I'll just offer it to them. Hey guys, anyone for brain?
They turn and they start hissing at you and coming towards you pretty aggressively. So give us some kind of persuasion, or let me have a look.
I might actually try and use undermine or defeat.
Right.
I think that only works on one person.
I don't think these guys are rebels.
I don't think that. I think they.
I don't think these are the organised rebel alliance we've been looking for.
No,
I'm not the droid you've been looking for. No, not the people I've been looking for. Here's the brain. Fuck off.
I'm going for sand people, unfortunately.
Right, what are you doing? Are you trying to defeat him, or are you just throwing the brain at him and running away?
6 random humans.
I
think we can take these guys.
I'm gonna throw the brain to one of them and undermine him, so he just thinks for a second, hang on, maybe this guy is all right. Look, he's giving me a brain.
Right. Is there a role for the undermine, or?
I'm about to engage it.
Does he get a response to it, or is it just?
No, not in this case.
Right, yeah. You're throwing the brain as well, do you say?
I throw the brain and make friendly gestures and noises, cuckooing noises and friendly.
Yeah, he looks at the brain and looks back at you, and you can't really see his face, but he has got, his eyes do seem to soften slightly, and he picks up the brain, starts eating it, and seems to, not be bothered by you. But there's others that
scientific research there you're eating, but that's okay, because you're my friend. Hours of work and all my willpower went into that.
He looks up for a bit and then goes back to eating his brain.
What about the rest of them?
Yeah, they're starting to come over now. I'm just trying to find that.
Your friend is happy.
1 second. Let me...
Give a man a brain and you'll feed him for a day.
Right. They're sort of eyeballing you, just sort of flexing their muscles, remembering how good they are at various things. how well their brains
Look,
work.
I've got a withered arm. I'm no threat to anyone.
If they got withered arms, so well. Right, well, you give us some kind of roll then to a presence or
okay,
to sort of subdue them, because they are looking quite aggressive. You can see where they're sort of stalking you. There's, I'd say, another 2 have come off to walk to you, and there's 3 that are still, they're just happy digging into the guys they've killed.
So maybe a presence and persuasion.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. And they'll do their composure and resolve to.
Come, friends.
Right. So.
We are all friends here now, aren't we? Aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Guys. What? Don't just stand there.
They're sort of eyeballing you, thinking what to make of it. Oh, right. Roll again. They're not quite decided. You both got one success there. You both got 2 successes. Roll again.
Oh, dear God.
They're not sure. Should they be friends with strangers?
No, it's okay. That's what you taught at school. A stranger is a friend you just haven't met.
They sort of look at each other and shrug, and they go back to one of the bodies, cut off a sort of fillet from the guy's arm, and toss it over to you.
Chateaubriand.
Yeah, Chateaubriand of human.
I'm glad to see that's come back up. Should that be in every game?
Yeah, and they kind of gesture you to, come in and have a piece.
Oh, nice. I'm part of the group. Oh, I would have reached my last milestone very easily in this situation.
Well, this is the thing. You're learning how to become human. These things, once seemed impossible and now dead easy. Making friends, killing people,
Right, okay. And these guys aren't Azoth, are they?
No, you don't feel anything coming off them. They seem like humans. In fact, they smell like humans that haven't washed in months. There's a smell of rotting flesh to them.
Are they getting? They're not getting disquieted though.
Not right now, but if you
give them time.
If you give them time, if you engage in any, actually, you have done a social roll, haven't you?
I have. I've been chatting.
Go on then. Let's do roll your ass off.
Done my jibber jabber.
All right, though. These are used to all kinds of shit, to be honest. So
they just It's all
3 successes. Yeah.
Right. Let's just hope I don't roll 3. I'm just like one of them.
No, they've seen much worse than you. So just come in. You can see they've hacked this corpse pieces. The 3 of them are just sort of eating. One of them's biting the toes off him. One of them's gone for the genitals. Right. Apparently that's a delicacy sometimes. But yeah, these are definitely cannibals. But the clothes are literally rags that they've tied around. There's hardly any garments there at all.
Someone who with crafting ability might be able to help these people. And what are you guys doing, S1G5? This was supposed to be a 3-pronged circle. Are you guys just stood there while we're
just sort of watching you make friends.
Just filming it.
You see a spaceship disappearing off in
You found your new home.
You've been whispering on the slide.
I mean, I think these things need to be put to death.
What for, man?
What for?
What did I do? What, you know what? I mean, like, they're like a virus in the current Matrix, but when we take over the Matrix, like you suggest, but we could put them to use, like, defragging.
Brainless cannibals.
Clearly what's happened here is they've managed to escape their pods somehow, and then having done that, they just look around themselves, and there's no sort of civilizing influence around them, so they've just gone savage.
No, there's no food, so they've gone savage.
Well, they've gone cannibal, yeah. But how did they come to be liberated in the first place?
So I point at the tree and I say, "You got free. You got free."
He just sort of hisses at you. Let's see.
Maybe a more of an empathetic type of understanding, man.
Yeah.
Well, my wits and empathy, man. Can I get a feel for what's going on with these guys? This guy hissing all about, man.
Yeah. Give us a intelligence and empathy as you kind of study with them. Are you eating the flesh, or are you just?
I'm looking like I am. You know what I mean? You know, I'm just like, you know, got a finger in my mouth.
Right. Yeah, give us a empathy and intelligence.
You know, like I'm eating it like a sweet, like one of those dead chewy sweets.
To be honest, it wouldn't be cannibalism, would it? Because we're not actually human.
Not yet, no. It's
Vague understand, some understanding.
Yeah, you get there's no real organization or
hierarchy.
Yeah, no hierarchy, no sense of community. These are just like wild animals that have kind of come together, possibly just for this. Do either of you have anything like, you know, intelligence and empathy, or wits and empathy, or that you can, as you're studying them?
I could do a wits and
G5, I know you got feelings, man.
I'm quite empathetic.
I've got feelings.
I mean, you're watching these things die. I mean, they were gasping for air, now they're being eaten to death.
There you
go. Of you, so that's.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not actually living, man. These guys are living a life of sorts.
Well, I certainly, I find it fascinating.
You just watch them.
So yeah, I'm not going to intervene.
Can I get a willpower off S1's empathy, man?
Well, I suppose you don't know. You do get one back, because you actually no, you're doing it. So you get your full thing back.
Full willpower.
Yeah. So
I'm going to try and empathise with these people. Oh, flipping heck! Well, slightly empathising with these people.
And I see S1. You right? So
no, I'm puzzled.
Your courage, aren't you? That's your thing, isn't it? That if you see courage, or you're acting courageously, right? So yeah, G5, you see that there's no, like I say, no community. They seem like they've just, come together almost accidentally, and the pole that they used has just been thrown aside, so they haven't even really got an idea to, keep that. Do it again. It seems like they've just, it's all opportunistic. Yeah.
We haven't got that. Yeah, we never kept that ability to sense whether any Prometheans have been this way or anything like that.
No, that's the only useful thing about that alembic.
Yeah, it was fairly useful.
I mean, if it helps, you're getting no feelings of Pyros or Azoth, Flux. Yeah, this all seems like technology.
Yeah, I'm just intrigued as to how they escaped in the first place. Like I say, my theory. What do you think of this theory? Is that these guys are the guys in the bubbles. They've just if we'd have left that previous guy, if we hadn't have killed him. And left him to sort of like come around and start exploring the world, he probably would have joined this pack. That's what I'm thinking.
It's certainly a thought. I mean, like I said, they're covered in rags. I mean, probably because it is, like I say, cold here.
Where have they got their rags from?
Yeah, you can't see their face or that, so you would have to sort of get one at least naked to sort of see if it was, a human blank that's come around. But yeah, no, it's definitely a theory to be tested.
Show him your rod, man. Maybe he'll show you yours.
Are you announcing yourself, G5? Are you coming out?
Yeah, I will. I'll
come out, G5, man. It's time.
I'll show my short stature.
Well, yeah, they're a bit calm now that my guys. If you give us a presence and persuasion.
Presence.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. He's like me. He only wants a finger.
Yeah, they've calmed. Oh, hang on. Have they calmed down, or are they just getting ready for sick?
They're fucking happy, man. They're just like.
But
Right now, as you
can I help him though? Can I help him by just it's okay, guys. This guy's cool.
Yeah, go on. Then. Yeah, we'll say you help him. And
what would it be? Wits and empathy, presence and empathy.
Yeah. Presence and empathy, we'll say, because
no time, man. No times for you.
Right, yeah, they look like they're coming towards you. They're hunched over, walking sort of on all fours most of the times, but they've got crude blades that they've fashioned, that they've been using to hack chunks off this guy. Well, actually, I suppose only a couple of them have. One of them's empty-handed. He's the one that's been eating the genitalia. He don't need a tool for that. But yeah, they're starting to hobble over to you hissing. At the moment, it's just a sort of show of, piss off, show of power. They're not actually attacking you. They're just trying to scare you off.
Right. I might just a show of power, you say? I might show my power by suddenly developing a spiky carapace.
Right.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, you just do that. You spend the pyros.
I just spend the pyros and it happens.
Yeah. They sort of look shocked, and they can obviously tell something's happened, but they're not 100% sure what. And then give us another roll. Then give us another presence and persuasion. See how that affects them. No.
Love that. Oh, there you go. You see,
bit of a penalty because they sort of back off. They sort of move away from the bodies, as if you're the alpha that can go in and help themselves.
Alphide.
There you go. Well, I'm going to. I'll demonstrate my my alpha status. I'll go in there and I'll grab some organ. Give it a bite. Might as well.
All right.
When in Rome.
Why not? Yeah. Grab yourself a nice chunk of what you reckon's probably liver. I mean, I suppose I should say this, but you are naked robots again.
Right.
But just bear that in mind. So G5's just gone over and muscled in on the corpse and started eating one of the liver. S1, what are you doing? Are you coming in as well, or are you staying at a distance?
I guess S1 might be a little bit surprised by how things have developed socially in this situation.
Yeah, he's just gone native on a brilliant.
G5's become the alpha male, man.
Yeah, spiked armor shocked them all, and he's now feasting.
He's now the leader.
Right,
waving my liver around.
Yeah, okay. I'm not eating any of
The
these
liver
people.
again, is it G5?
I think that's a bit wrong.
Right, do you want to give us a presence and persuasion roll then, S1? I mean, they're pretty subservient now, actually. But yeah, give us your roll.
Presence and
persuasion, or have you got intimidation if you want to go in as another
Alpha.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to go with intimidation.
Right for the liver in front of her.
Okay.
It's not bad. They rolled a fifth full of fails, so yeah, you come in, and as you come in, they move off. So yeah, the three of you are sat around these. They're about 2 dead bodies that have been pretty much mutilated and devoured.
Nice.
But you have got a good view of these guys. And as he's sitting there, one of them seems to be, finishing his meal. He seems to be full, and then just buggers off from the group. And none of the others seem to bat an eyelid. So again, you reckon these aren't part of the group?
No culture or society. Weird fellas. We could do with so the guy who's wandered off.
We've got friends now. I mean, we've got ourselves a pack. Like pets.
They're all covered in fur, so we can't see them at all. Really, we can't make out what they are.
Not easily, no. No, you would have to strip them a bit.
I think we need
assert dominance over the group, man. Get the smallest one and just looking.
Well, no, I'm going to get the one who separated himself from the group. You know, he's obviously decided that he's going. You know.
Has someone wandered off? I'm sorry.
Yeah, someone randomly wandered off. Nobody cared, so nobody's going to care when I when I randomly strip them naked, just to see what's under there. Seems a bit weird, but
and you're the
I pull his hood off at the very least. I start by doing that.
What are you going after him? Yeah,
I might as well.
You'll have to give him a wrestle to get hold of him. As you grab hold of him, he's going to try and
giving away your law there, G5.
Can somebody else do this instead? Because it involves brawling.
I'm happy to pounce.
Oh, can you not actually do it?
I can't brawl. I'm no good.
I've got the ability to lift a skirt, man.
I'll strengthen brawl this fool.
Cool.
All right, yeah, S1. This is your remit then for stripping this fool.
3 successes.
Right,
brawling.
Yeah. So he's not very. He's not very good. Yeah, he's not had the most nourishing upbringing. Right, so you've won. Let me have a look at the list of grappling. So you get to choose which of the grappling moves you do.
One of the grappling moves, strip naked.
So you can break free from the grapple. You can control his weapon. You can damage him. You can disarm him. You can drop prone, so both of you go to the ground. You can hold him, or you can restrain him, or take cover, i.e. human shield sort of thing. So I suppose it'd make most sense to restrain him, or are you wanting to do damage, or...
No, just restrain.
Yeah, you're restraining him. I'll pull his hood off, or whatever it is that he's got around his face.
Yeah, he's got like a kind of, like a face covering that, like a big bandana that he's got tied at the back, very tightly. So he's going to have another shake. So let's have another strength and brawl roll. S1, see if he can break free from you. He's got 1 success this time.
Ooh. Like a python, man.
Yeah.
Coil around him.
Yeah, you eventually pick his face coverings off, and underneath is a sort of very rough, very ill-looking, bearded human face. Doesn't look like a blank at all. His eyes look like they've been used all his lifetime. Yeah.
Does he look like a homeless person?
Yeah, basically a homeless person. He's and you could feel S1. He's not very strong either, and they weren't. It didn't take you very much to chase him down. And he's hissing and thrashing at you.
The hissing, man. So I can...
So they don't look like the blanks?
They don't, no. Get a certain intelligence and science roll. And see what you can make of them.
I can make this of them. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably not described this too well. He looks like he could have started life as a blank. But the life he's led. He's seen things, he's done things, so he's become more human as life has gone. But it's not been a very good life that he's led, and so he's not very well and obviously not very groomed. But yeah, he could well have been, you know.
Where's he got these skins from?
But he's been doing this for a while. I was wondering that.
You look at the random bits of cloth. Like I say, there's no clothes in it, as it were. It's like strips of cloth that look like it could be like mesh from, you know, a storage container, or like the bundles of wires, are wrapped in sort of fabric, like modern USB cable sort of thing. And he's just ripped it and patchworks it and covered himself up. Some of them you think
so he's got a point in craft.
Well, you reckon no, it's probably years of doing chance rolls that he's eventually, rolled a couple of tens, and that's like, a patch that covers his knee, and then, 6 months later he'll roll another 10 on a chance roll, and he's eventually covered his body. Some of them are probably human skin.
I was going to suggest that the human skin might be a large component.
Yeah, human hair. That's,
lovely.
Yeah. Teeth.
So they grow hair in the pods, man, because that wasn't made clear by the way the heads were.
Oh no, that's what put through you at first. The pods are all hairless, but he's got hair. So when you saw his beard first, he's obviously grown that since being out of the pod. So.
So then he's used it to make himself. He's made like a jumper out of his own bits of beard.
Maybe not his own bits of beard. It's a different colour to his beard. He's maybe
killed his own.
Other previous. So I think there's possibly been these rogue guys have been around for a while, haven't they?
Yeah, he must have spent a good few years out.
They're not disquieted, man. They're not disquieted by us. They're all good.
Yeah. But like I say, I'm intrigued as to how they managed to get free in the first place. That's the bit that's intriguing.
There's got to be some kind of malfunction.
Yeah, or somebody's come in and.
Or just during the feeding frenzy, they just plucked one too many, and they get full on the first three, and the fourth guy comes to life. But like you say, from our experience, the people don't just come to life out of these things very easily. They struggle.
Well, it was probably right. If we'd have given him more time, he might come around. But anyway, never mind.
No, he could have done.
You live and learn, or not.
Well, these are certainly theories. Is there anything you want to do to try and test them, or are you letting this guy go? It's probably the first thing we've got to decide. Otherwise, he's going to want to have another roll with your S1.
No, I'm happy to let him go.
Yeah.
Well, you let him go. He's going to take a swing at you, but I have a feeling. What's your defense again?
Just my casual defense is 8.
just a casual 8. All right. Yeah. So this is just a chance roll. Oh, he throws his crude, sharpened bit of metal away, and you can see there's a bit of loss in his eye as he, just starting to learn the meaning of companionship with that knife that's been with him since the beginning. And bollocks, it's gone. He hisses at you and goes to run away.
Oh no! I'll go and get him his knife. Yeah, mate. He drops it.
He looks at you strange and then snatches the knife. Are you doing any roll to persuade him, or are you letting him get on his way?
No, yeah, that's that moment there where he looks at me strange, man. That's the light bulb moment. I'm happy with that. It's baby steps with these people, man. Baby steps.
There you go. Well, yeah, he looks at you for a second and then runs off.
Like we were when we met those space baboons. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. Well, I know we were smarter, but these guys haven't had the benefits of our upbringing.
It's the same thing, effectively. So what are you doing then? You can hear a few others are starting to wander off now. They've had their fill. And yes, as you say, there is one still wheezing away. He's had his toes and his genitals eaten off, but he's still alive. Maybe we should put some kind of trigger warning on this when we upload it.
It's a bit brutal.
It's not for children, man. We've said that. I'll just I'll sort the guy out.
Yeah, no, I won't make
you. Just a wiggle, man.
Yeah, wiggle around in his brain, and it's over for him.
The old egg yolk, man.
Yeah, a quick yolking. The Big Dipper.
We all know the sign, man.
Right. So, what are you doing now then? The little feeding seems to have gone. I mean, you do give us an intelligence and science roll, or wits and science.
I'm intelligent and scientific.
Go for it.
Does anyone can give me an eye? Yeah.
I've got wits and science, so I'll. Yeah.
Is that all I'm hearing?
Oh, look at that!
Shit.
Right. That is impressive. I mean, right. I mean, this wasn't going to be that big of a piece of information, but
I am going to understand it.
This speaks to your soul. You notice as you walk it, the trees that they're on do occasionally move. There is machinery things, and you can imagine that occasionally someone might fall out of these things. There is every so often, let's say, storage things like a door will open in them and some kind of cart will drive past and other machinery happens. And you can kind of start to picture, if one of those carts was under and it kind of caught the fluid, and so he was sat in a kind of detached bath for a bit, maybe that would be like, a stepping stone to coming out. So over the course, the more you look and the more you realize there are tens of thousands, there must be millions of humans here. The chances that every so often someone will, just the right circumstances for them coming out, isn't that unusual?
These guys are like the first step of an evolutionary ladder.
Yeah, there's just not a great deal of stimulus for them.
But this is what we've got to do with all of them, man. I don't know about controlling the Matrix, man. We're just going to end up becoming the new God machine ourselves, which I think is the way to lose the game.
Right. So we've been following.
I'm throwing massive doubts over what are, and I'm not supposed to do that. I'm counselling members of my throng.
Yeah. We've been following the signals from the portal thing or whatever it was, and they've led to these trees, have they? Is that where they're going? Are they disappearing into the ground? Where the trees are?
They're sort of arriving here. So whatever message they're broadcasting is being broadcast to these people. So you can pretty much figure out that's the Matrix being broadcast into their head.
Right.
Yeah. And then they're computing whatever they're doing. The extra computing work they're doing in the head is being fed into these trees and then into the whatever it is you stood on, whether it is the earth or something else.
Right. So what are we? What are we doing then? Are we going to? Have we seen everything we need to see, or do we want to go back to the source of the Matrix? Or do we want to try and... Do you reckon we could sort of cling to one of these trees when it gets sucked into the earth and go down with it?
Yeah.
Down there.
Let's go into the bowels of the earth and get macerated and then turned into feeding juice.
Yeah.
The only way it can end, really.
Is that what we do when we're catching the lift downtown?
Yeah.
Possibly. So we need to find a tree full of old people.
Doesn't someone need to stay behind and keep, look after our friends?
Yeah. I wouldn't have thought so.
They'll be fine.
Right, so you're looking around for a tree with old folk on there.
Yeah, the older people we can see.
Yeah. Well, you do. You have after a bit of walking around, you see there's a tree with some very old people in. The oldest you can see, wrinkly and wizen, and sunken faces. Very pruned fingers as well from a lifetime of being in birthing fluid.
Oh man, the pruning, man, fucking hell.
It would be excessive pruning.
Oh shit! It'd be like squeezing your bones.
You do, as you get older, you do have a thing called it's an actual thing called browning of the tissue. So I would have thought that some of this fluid had started to take on a slightly yellowy brown, like someone's been smoking in there.
Nice.
Yeah, you see the odd bit in the old folks. There's the odd bit, the odd sort of chunk of flesh and skin floats out, but you can see it's kind of being pumped around, so it's being kept, clean.
Oh, nice.
And obviously replenishing the nutrients. I mean, every so often there's a kind of a sort of a brown tinge comes out of the backside of them and fed up into the pipe.
Nice.
They still have to defecate now and again.
Yeah.
Good day, man. What are they eating?
Fluid. It's pretty much being absorbed. I mean, you can barely make out it. The mouths are open a crack, and it's the fluids going in and feeding them through osmosis.
Oh man, sounds like a fucking great holiday.
Yeah, no, he looks relaxed.
For a week.
He's not bothered about his emails. Anyone wants to get hold of him, you can sod off. The phone is off. No.
Right. Well, what do we want to do? Do we want to go into the bowel of the of the earth, the bowels of the earth?
It's time to go into the bowels of the earth.
Does that seem like a reasonable idea to everyone?
It's the only idea.
It was the first. Yeah, it was the only way, man. We need to go. We need to know what. We need to see the Morlocks beneath the world.
Indeed.
Who are breathing these trees of children and men.
Well, you can see, I mean, the size of this thing, it's like one of those giant redwoods, but made of metal, obviously. And you can sort of see where it opens. You could easily cling on and, there'd be a gap that would slide in. So it wouldn't be, you wouldn't be sort of smashed to death as you went in. But yeah, it's just a case of waiting around
waiting for these guys to die.
Yeah, waiting for them to die. You can watch. Right, so yeah, I'll give you a minute to think about that as you watch the life slowly leave these blank corpses.
Well, like I say, I find watching the life slowly leave these blank corpses strangely fascinating.
Yeah, it's something to hold and imagine.
Psychopath nature.
I want, maybe that's something out there the viewers should be thinking about.
Yeah, I think the belly of the beast will reveal more of the workings, won't it? So
hopefully, I mean, and hopefully we don't just immediately just get sort of mashed. It could just be
a macerator.
Yeah, basically down there. That's all there is. There's nothing to see other than
the eternally sharp teeth.
Yeah, that's it. We're just going down into a shredder.
Yeah,
we're going to find out what it's like to be Soylent Green.
Right, so that's your plan then. You're definitely staying around to watch the death of these people.
Yeah.
Well, you're there for a while. You do hear sort of noises and commotions, maybe the odd scream coming from, off in the distance. You can definitely tell that every so often, there's feeding going on. But like I say, other noises as well, as if they're attacking, each other. Or do any of these things deter you from your task.
You think these things might be procreating as well?
You imagine they probably is. You know, sort of urges are present in.
I reckon it's largely non-consensual.
I'm pretty convinced we should be putting them freaks down, man.
Do you think?
I mean, yeah, I know you've made friends with them, but
I mean, essentially what you're saying is that we should be helping
the defenseless, yes. From the mindless sand people that are tearing them out of the sacks and eating them. I mean, each one of these people in a pod is leading a life of sorts and has friends and family and children.
And suddenly gets torn out and eaten.
And suddenly gets torn out and eaten by a monster. I mean, I've got the feeling we could be sat on this tree for some time. I think a quick 10-minute nip off the tree to just, you know, put evil to rest might not be the worst thing we've ever done.
We're going to end up. But like, there's millions and millions of trees, and then there's all the odds of all these other. We're going to be here for time, doing a genocide, and while we're doing it, more are being born. It'll be that, you know. No, man, what we've got to consider is like these guys are like a virus. You know what I mean? They just bring unpredictable death to these things. Rather than all living a full life, so that they also actually makes their life more real. The fact that not all of them just die a natural death of age, but sometimes someone will just where's Ted? You know what I mean? Well, how, you know, and without those situations in life where Ted's just suddenly fucking disappeared, you know, how'd you grow? You know what I mean?
I reckon he probably dies in the Matrix. I don't think. I don't imagine he disappears, but I don't know.
He probably
I think they're a force, an important elemental force, man.
Do you think they're all part of the natural order of things?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think what are we going to do when we wake all of these people up and we free them, and we get back here and a gang of marauders has bashed all of the skulls in and out?
You can't eat all of them, man. There's millions, and some are going to be up the tree. It's only the guys at the bottom of the tree who are really vulnerable. That's who gets eaten, and it's basically right. That's just chance, like we all have to face.
I'm not sure about the mindless evil that we just letting mooch around.
Right, G5. What's your vote? Who seems to be the?
I think I am going to because of my phosphoric nature. I'm going to seize the nettle, or whatever the phrase is, and yeah, I'm going for it. I'm going to. I've still got my spiky shield on, so I'm going to find a group of these guys. I'm going to run in there and quill them.
Right.
Fair enough.
I'm going for it. You guys come in. If you come in, follow me. Don't follow me too close because I'm going to explode.
Yeah, I won't make that mistake again. I'll.
I will.
Okay.
You.
Well, I'll do the protective boon.
Oh, what's the protective boon?
I'm going to give. Well, I don't think you need any extra defense. The US one.
I don't know.
G5, do you want an extra defense?
What does it do?
You next +1 to your defense.
Yeah. Go on then.
I'll give myself +1.
Because the quill.
No, actually, you know what? Actually, I'm not giving myself +1 against these things. You don't even need it. These things are fucking dry, right? No, let's save that for a proper foe.
Yeah,
like the ones who live downstairs.
Right, so you're not giving me defense.
No, sorry, that was just hypothetical musings.
No, fair enough. Yeah, no. So I'm gonna hunt down follow the screams,
Right.
Find a gang of these guys.
Right, yeah, you follow the loudest group of screams that you can hear. And you find there's a group of about 6 of them, and they've got someone. It looks like they've got one of their own who's screaming as they all sort of pull their arm. You know, they've got one's got one arm, one's got one leg. You know, they're sort of dragging them apart and running in, giving them a quick stab.
Nice.
I mean, they've not overwhelmed this person, because it's, you know, you can see they're not.
Keyword there, man, person.
They, you know, they're not the best at fighters, so yeah, you could run in and quill them all.
My last gasp attempt to the group, man. Can we roll attributes against each other here? We can't we, in this one? We have to talk.
No, you can just talk each other.
This is like running into the Amazon and killing a tribe.
Kind of.
And applying your moral code to a group of people who are not ready for that, man, who just don't know that, who are just surviving.
I agree.
I'm not helping, man.
It's true. They're surviving by killing people.
Against my own milestone. I've counseled you. I'm not helping, though.
It's the cannibalistic element that is.
What are your guys' torments? What are your guys' torments?
Paranoia.
I can't remember. Torments.
I'll make sure you know, S1, that even though I'm not participating, there's nothing against you, man. There's nothing to worry about.
Obsession.
I'm
obsessed with the idea of killing these guys.
Yeah, and you know what? These
you're tormented by it, man. That's not good. You just need to do this once, man. You don't want this to become something you keep doing. That's what I'm telling you, man. I'm helping you to avoid your torment.
They could be eating the fluid that the other humans are in as well. They don't have to be like, you know, prizing the skulls open.
Yeah.
Tribe, man. This is what it, you know, like the guy said. The guy had to roll chance rolls to even make himself a suit.
Yeah, no, I'm running to the back and I say, "You're all monsters. Stop eating people. It's not cool."
Right, well, they all turn and look at you.
Kill them.
Quill them.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ignore their defense, I assume. There's just a cloud of quills to the face.
It is.
Go on. A dramatic failure.
No. It does. It has to go over their defense.
Oh, it has to go right. The defense will be 3. This will be hitting the person that they're attacking as well, though, won't it?
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
Right. But
what? Go
on. Their defense will be higher because they're sort of prone.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, that's good.
Increase. So yeah, if you roll for the
mob.
The mob.
They got 1.
Right, and then a defense of, I think it's 6, because I think it's +3 if they're prone. Oh, it doubles if they're prone. Let me just. Well, let's say it's 6 for now. Anyway, there might be other factors.
It's just 1 point of lethal damage. It's not very exciting. So, what? Say again. What was that?
Roll again for the guy they're attacking. But he's got a defense of 6 because he's sort of on the floor and they're covering him up a bit.
6. Yeah.
Right. Well, they all take a quill to the face, but they're gonna leap into attack. Is anyone else? You're not joining him, S2. S1, are you?
Yeah. Once he's done his quill explosion, I'll wade in and start lightsabering these fools down.
All right, let's have an initiative then. They've got.
Oh, excuse me.
They've got 12. BMS one.
Just need to. What did I get?
You got 12 as well. So yeah, you guys are going first. S1.
Okay. It's time. I put one of these fools down. Oh.
Is this your? You'll have to spend the attack running in if you want a lightsaber. Huh?
Oh, yeah, fine. I'll spend an attack running in.
That sounds like a dramatic failure to me, man.
Yeah. It does look like a dramatic failure.
Man.
Well, I mean, it's up to you if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to keep it. Unless
no, I don't see the point. I should have been running in. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Cool. G5 though, you're in range.
I'm in range. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to I'm going to fire up my retributive protection, which means I'm actually spending my last 2 points of Biros. That's the one that means if anyone hits me, they take lethal damage.
Right. Does it have to be a successful attack?
Yeah, I think I need to roll this one. What happens? What did I get? One success. Oh, brilliant. Well, it's something.
I've got help, man. I can't not do anything.
Oh,
so I'm not going to hurt.
Well, that's not great. Oh, well, that lasts for one roll then, because of the one success.
Right. Fair
which is something. But also because that was my last point of Biros that I just spent. I miraculously get willpower back because of something. Because of Blaze of Glory or something. Yeah, Blaze of Glory, that's right. That's fair enough. Whenever the character spends her last point of Pyros, she gains 1 willpower point.
And is that a reflexive action that you've just done, or
it is? Yes, actually, yeah. So I can act as well, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just stab something with my lightsaber, then I suppose. Just get my willpower back. Quick stabby. Just the nearest one to me.
Right.
Boom. Takes 5.
Oh well, sorry, that should have been.
Sorry, defense.
Defense, yeah. Get ready for this.
Oh, go on.
It's a 3.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh.
3.
I'll get you to roll your initiative in a bit, S2, once after the G5's attack.
Oh, I thought we had a group initiative.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Go on then, slot you in at the end.
What did you say, 3?
3, yeah.
Oh,
wow. He feels incredibly lucky. S2, then you'll have to spend an attack to run in, or unless you do.
No, this is. I think I can do this from distance.
Right.
How come you've got a -3 modifier on that? Sorry.
What? That was the defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was that.
Oh no, this doesn't give an idea of how close you have to be to do this.
What is it?
It's inviolable unity. Oh no, I'm sorry, wrote it wrong on my sheet. Put inviolable duty. It's unity. And basically, every success I roll on this is an armor point I can distribute between myself and my throng.
All right, cool. Yeah, I was assuming near.
Blades with alchemical fire licking at their muscles, and I'm just giving it to them as they're running off.
Right, cool.
So the fire just sort of, whips around them as they leave. Right, hit fight over the point, boys. Maybe S1, you were a bit too fast for the fire.
Yeah, maybe. Although I could argue that as the nearest person to you, it'd just jump into me first.
Oh, you really don't need it.
No, I don't. You have it.
You don't know what I'm doing, man. You just see the fire, baby. You just automatically avoid it and let G5 hit G5, and before he gets the chance to realize it's he realizes it's a good thing. It's like, all right,
It's a really good thing because it means I don't have to remember what's going on with my defense. It's just now back to flat. Because weirdly, when I power up my retributive protection, it actually reduces my defense.
I see.
Reduces my defense but adds armor.
Cool. So who is getting it then? G5 are you?
G5, yeah.
Fail. Right, well, it's their attack. There are 2 running towards you, S2, 2 to you, S1, but 2 stood toe-to-toe with you, G5. What's your defense?
6.
6, wow. These poor fellas. Right, chance roll number 1, slash, miss. Chance roll number 2, slashes the air.
Cool. Well, each one of them takes a point of lethal damage. Oh, that was melee. Yeah. That wasn't it? Yeah.
It was, yeah. So they get stabbed. They're looking very confused as to why this is happening. Right, it's back round to US1. You're in range. Your lightsaber's in your hand. The smell of rotten flesh and BO thick in the air.
Oh, hang on. That's not quite right, is it?
No, his defense is 3. Don't forget that.
Shame.
Wow.
Bloody hell. Oh,
yeah.
Successes.
That was your mental rehearsal, like Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would have been a damn fine roll.
That was an incredible roll.
Oh, well. It is what it is.
Small, mate.
Right. He takes a quick 3 lethal.
Well, there you go.
God, that was a spectacular roll.
Yeah. Oh, well, right. G5, I think, is, yeah.
I have another go at lightsaber in the nearest one to me. And maybe this time I'll actually hit something with a defense of 3.
Yep.
Boom. Oh, there you go. I actually hit.
Right, is that a 3? Right, yeah. He's not looking good. Not looking good at all, so he's just going to have himself a little... Oh, my... Right. Yeah, you guys have leveled up, I suppose that's fair. This is the equivalent of a group of goblins. You know what? He thinks about it, and then he turns around and goes to run away.
I'm encouraging the 2 coming to me to run away.
They're here. Are you doing that through?
I'm doing it through the art of dodging.
Right.
I've got rarefied grace. No, sorry. Is it going to be my? No, it's my rarefied grace. So every dodge. Or yeah. Well, I don't even need to use this against these guys really. Again, I'm just. What is it to dodge? Is it athletics?
Well, it's that's when they attack you. You can dodge instead of.
That's what I'm preparing to do.
Right. Okay then. Right. Well, in that case, they will go to attack you. So it's you roll your. I think you double your defense, and then you roll it rather than subtracting it. So it's whoever gets the most successes.
Oh, right. Cool.
And you get to roll athletics. Is that what it's saying? What was the actual ability you're using?
I'm not using the ability. I'm just literally just dodging.
All right, cool.
So I'm just going to do that.
Right, well, he's got 1 success.
So I've got double my defense.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's advanced dice roll attack time.
He's slashing at you with his little hook of metal he's found. Come on, little hook of metal, don't let me know. Oh, no, you can't wheel out of the way of him. Right, and I think you'll be rolling your dodge again. I would assume that would be -1, like your defense. Well, I suppose if you're doubling your defense, it'll be -2.
Okay. There's my dodge.
He's got 1 success. No, he hasn't. I'm looking at yours. You've got 1 success. He's got a fistful of fail. Right, so yeah, you dance out the way.
I was close to a fistful of fail, though, man. On the edge of failure.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been that ridiculous. 5 dice to have got a nick on you. He feels proud. Feels very proud. Right, so S1, round to you now. You've got... Oh, no, sorry. It's round to the ones attacking you. Although
they both take 1 lethal damage from him.
Okay. Right, one of them swings at you. I'm just going to assume this is a chance roll. He fails. His friend also fails. G5. Let's see how you... What's your defense? It's
6.
6. Right.
Can I not give one of these attackers an eye? Yeah. Go for his gut.
They'd really like it if you would. Right, the first one throws his... Again, the piece of metal he found this morning that he thought was going to lead to some kind of higher purpose in life, he's just tossed that aside. Oh, so close, but no. Not on a chance roll, I'm afraid. So, right, S1, it's back round to you.
Oh, they take point of lethal.
Right, okay.
Because
shit, one of them was attacking you in his mind. He's ran off, hasn't he? Just so we know he's not actually dead, he's just not here. Right, so that's yeah, so S1, it's back round to you.
Cool. 3 lethal.
This is on the same guy, right? He drops to the ground in a sort of jet of blood from his chest. Yeah, he's had better days, that guy. G5, you have 1 guy left in front of you.
1 guy is getting a slash in. There we go. Takes 4 points of lethal.
Another one falls to the ground. Blood squirting everywhere. S2. You've got 2.
I'm saying, go away, run. Can I say that and still dodge? Because I can speak and dodge, can't I?
You can speak and dodge. Yeah, give us a presence and intimidation.
Presence and persuasion? No intimidation, man.
Yeah, go on then, yeah.
Guys, it's best to run now, hey? My guy's going to cut you up.
That's they're actually quite strong of mind, given their upbringing. 1, 2, yeah, the first guy's well and truly. The second guy, re-roll for the second guy.
Come on, man. Right.
Yeah.
Everyone else to avoid those.
I think this isn't looking well. Actually, let's see if they don't manage to hit you, they're going to run off. If they do, if they manage to get the better of you in combat, they can. So, are you rolling? You're dodging again, yeah. Right. Well, the first guy is going to slash at you with a fistful of fail.
Oh, right. Well, this is done it, so that's a roll for the second guy then.
Well, if you'd have got 0, it would have been a re-roll because it's a contested roll. But yeah, sod it. You know what? They're not going to have much chance. So the second guy gets 1 success. Yeah, they think better of it and they start running off. So there's just one guy left in front of you, S1. He gives you a stoic nod. And goes to
I'll
slash
give him a stoic nod. Does he take his 1 lethal damage for harassing me?
He does. He misses. He stands there like Billy from Predator, waiting for it to happen.
Is it time?
Don't do it, S1. Don't do it, man.
It's
He
okay.
closes his eye.
I'll just tickle him with a 3 lethal.
Right, yeah. He sort of falls to the ground. He's not dead. He's sort of coughing up blood on the floor.
Oh, man.
He's going to take one last slash before the life. No, it's no good.
Good on you.
You end him. Right, well, you fought all them off. They've either ran away or died. And there's a guy curled up in the fetal position in the middle of them. But you look at him, his rags seem a bit more competently put together. Like rather than just rags, he seems to have like taken a couple of trouser-shaped pieces of material and lashed them together for his trousers, rather than just an array of random rags.
You have a brain. What's going on?
Trouser man.
Trouser man, speak to us.
He turns around and he's like, "Please, please don't hurt me."
He speaks.
He speaks. You speak?
Yes, please.
We've just saved your life
Yes.
from the more barbaric ones.
He turns and looks at you. Oh, please.
Some of them would
How is it you speak in these?
them. Otherwise, we would have let them live just like you.
You aren't going to kill me?
No,
But why?
because you have trousers.
Yes, it's that simple, and you can speak.
You can speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're all speaking together.
I've never met killbots that speak.
Killbot?
What treachery is this? Remember,
No.
you're naked as robots.
Yeah. Are we killbots? I didn't realise we were killbots.
No,
Where
we're
do
not
the
killbots.
killbots come
Look, my
from?
guys are shorter design. We'd all be the same height. We're like a bit of more of an oddball family. Look, I've got a withered arm.
What do you mean killbots? What are these killbots that you're talking about?
Look, the robots that are in charge. You are in control. You slaughtered us.
Shit. Where are you? Where are you from?
He sort of points
Down.
up in the distance.
Oh.
The distance where we came from.
No, sort of to the other bit, to sort of near the edge of this forest. You wander along and you can see eventually like a couple of robots that look pretty much like you. Like you say, it's various differences. Some are tall, some are shorter, but a lot of them are walking in formation with guns. Much like the robots that, if you remember on Rigel, the ones that were invading.
We're in a good position here then, because
Oh, them guys. Oh,
we
before the
must be able
firestorm.
to get
Yeah.
our head repaired here.
We could do some head repairing. Although
I wonder if these marching robots would spot us if we just sort of fell in line and marched along.
Oh, like in the films.
Well,
Yeah, like the 50s. I swear, the black and white films, man. That's what they always got away with doing.
yeah.
And there's been a few
50s
comedies
stealth.
too. Oh, is it cartoons, man? It's in cartoons where that works.
Well, the guy looks like he wants to bolt, and it doesn't, really doesn't feel comfortable. So, well, give us your Azoth rolls if you're gonna keep him here.
I'm happy to let him go.
No, don't let him go.
Oh,
We need this guy.
Where's my Azoth?
all right. He's got. Oh no, he's got 3 successes. He's quite keen of mind. He's not disquieted by you, but he's still,
Look, my friend. Honestly, this is not a trap. We've just arrived here. We're trying to work out what's going on so we can save everybody from this terrible existence in the bubbles. and to perhaps even tame and civilize the wild people.
Or kill them.
You are not robots from here?
No, we're from like a space moon, man, where there was like space baboons and big octopuses and stuff and blue skinned people. And that's where we call home, I suppose.
Mm.
But you are part of the God Machine, surely.
No, we're here to change the God Machine so that human life is once again valued rather than curtailed.
You see, he's having a hard time buying it.
Okay, my friend. Just let me spin a bit of pyros on you. Come, my friend. Look at my beautiful creation. Don't look upon the withered arm. That's versus his resolve and Azar.
He calms down. You see, he's still very confused, but he's not.
But he's in love. He loves my voice. It's just.
I wouldn't quite go that far. He's not.
It's 3 successes, man, on this seduction roll, man. The guy's swooning. He's in a swooning condition.
Right.
It's the voice. It's just so charming, man. Alexa style.
Well, what are you going to do with me?
You're safe now.
You hear sort of gunshots, and you can see there's part of this, group of robots have rounded up a couple of the cannibal guys and shot them.
Right, so you know what I mean? There's systems in place, guys, man. Wasting valuable rolls of these cretins.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with me?
Heroes has been wasted, man.
What are we going to do with this guy?
Go down the tree.
We're gonna look after him. What's your name, mate?
My name is Jensen.
Jensen, right? You now have a name. You're an NPC. You fall under our banner of protection. Although we're not going to talk about the people who in the past who fell under that banner, Jensen.
Well,
You're going to live.
You might even catch a show or something. We'll buy you some KFC or whatever it was.
Seriously, people who hang out with us have a great time.
Indeed. Yeah, no. You should definitely hang out with us. We'll keep you safe. And what I want to know is that where have you come from? These cannibals. They don't seem to be able to speak English. They don't seem to. They're not social creatures at all. They seem like complete animals. Whereas you're much more human. Where have you come from? What's your story?
Yeah, I was born here. Yes, second generation. My parents were freed from the fluid. They were lucky. They were found by, our community and taken in. I was born here. I live and came up to scavenge. Oh, but there are more feral folk than there are civilized. It is a constant threat.
Where do the civilized people live?
You see, he looks very reluctant to tell you.
Are they living in a secret, safe place? Yes, that's what we're only worried about.
We have places we have made safe, but if you do value my life, then we must get out of here. Those robots, they will find me soon, and they will want to kill me. Come, let us go.
Do you guys actively try to civilize the wild people in any way? Is the project?
If we can, yes. Yes, I mean, please let us go from here.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Second gen sand person.
Yeah.
He comes on. He tells you, if we find someone, but that we do not try the other mouths to feed can sometimes be a drain on our small communities.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't have to worry about us. We don't eat.
Yeah, we're cool.
I cannot understand how robots could be speaking to me and acting in this way. All my life we have run from them. I have never once seen any with any type of personality or free thinking.
We're certainly pretty special. I mean, to be honest, I don't really understand quite why. That's what we're trying to figure out. But
maybe as the God machine is killing the universe is given life to something that can save it.
Oh, would that be true? If there was an end of this nightmare.
There you go, mate. Have hope. Hope never dies.
But in the meantime, let's go.
We're going. We're patting our feet, Jensen.
Cool. Right, well, actually, maybe that's a place to end it there then, because we did start.
Patting with Jensen.
Yeah. We shall see where he takes you next time. So, I suppose experience first for all that. So, if we do the normal stuff, you'll get 1 point automatically for finishing the game.
Another point for playing in character or something.
Beats,
yeah, you'll.
Oh, sorry, they're beats, aren't they? You're right.
They are, yes. And why can't I find this one? I had the page memorized, but experience 104. Right, so fulfilling an aspiration. So you had, I suppose, at the end, the aspiration of.
We've got bigger aspirations than we've managed to actually achieve. We wanted to help everybody in the fluid, and that was our main that we did. Verbalize.
Mm-hmm. You did have an aspiration. I mean, definitely G5 did. Nothing else. Well, I suppose you all did of, attacking them at the end. I'm finding out about about the guy that was, who you pulled out the fluid and dissected. You managed to pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we worked together really well on that, didn't we?
Turning any failed roll into a dramatic success. None of you did that, did they?
Sorry, what was that aspiration? What was that worth?
2 beats.
Oh,
well,
2 beats,
one
right.
each. Each you had, I'd say, 2 aspirations over the course of the game.
Cool.
And then no one's turned a failure into a dramatic failure. No one's taken lethal damage in the 3 rightmost box. No one's risked torment. And 1 for role playing and tactics. Although they were very poor foes that you had. Right. Vitriol beats. Milestones. I think you have all pretty much done at least a minor milestone here. You've been fighting the foes, S1. G5, you've been studying death, and S2, you've been trying to offer counsel. So, yeah, get 3 beats each for Vitriol.
3 Vitriol beats.
Yeah. I think that's probably about it, actually.
Yeah, it looks all right.
It's some, so it'll be creeping up. Yeah, and next time we'll see where your new friend takes you.
Right. We'll stop it there.
Nice one.